kind of inquiry which we are receiving, that falls into the 4 category which I have said, that is mechanical fabrication or all any of the other 3. Okay, so we have an abbreviation like MF for mechanical fabrication. Okay, the date, the category, and the job owner who brings the job to the company.
Okay, right.
Okay, so each employee, that is most of them are employees, and each employee will have a code, and we enter that code there. Okay, and then it is the vendor code. Each vendor will be having a code, and that code will come into that numbering system for the code.
Okay.
Okay, and the last one is a sequential number.
All right.
We are using 0001. Okay, we have started and we are 00 maybe 300 now.
Okay.
Okay, and for us, this 300 will remain same for all the documents which are generated out of this quotation.
Right, correct.
You understood? So if you say 300, we can easily find this is the 300th quotation which we have worked upon. So the invoice will have a number 300 in that.
Right. Yes.
And then when we raise the quotation, we send it to the client. If the client approves the quotation, we raise a there is an activity like trading. That if it is a trading, we have other activities outside the system, like we send enquiries to other clients, other suppliers. Okay, we get code from that portion. I don't want to have this. I have it in ERP, which we will do it manually. My basic requirement is that the enquiry which we received till the payment we receive should be recorded.
Understand. Okay. Then okay, fine. So once you send, before you send quotation to supplier, you get the quotations from before you send quotation to your customers, you get the inquiries and quotations from your supplier and accordingly send it to customer, right?
Exactly. That is a process which we normally do. We send the inquiries to our suppliers. We get code from them, and based on the different criteria, we select a particular code and we add margin onto that price, and we make our own quotation and we will send it to our client.
Understand. Okay. You add other margin and other heads like whatever cost incurred.
Yes, exactly.
And then your profit margin, and accordingly share the quotes with the customer.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And once a quotation is approved, probably then you send them pro forma invoice, and then the accounting happens further, right?
No, once the quotation is approved, we will set up for quotations for trading. We make quotations. We send it to them. Okay, then we will send a pro forma invoice for the payment. Most of the cases we take advance payment of 40 to 50%, whether it is trading or whether it is other service job.
Understood. So you use the pro forma invoice for that and get the payment against it.
Yes, partial payment. In most cases, partial payment.
Okay, fine. And once a pro forma invoice is sent, you start your work, you deliver goods, and then send the invoice, right?
Not necessary. In some cases, some cases, yeah. If there is payment involved, yes, definitely we will send a pro forma invoice. We receive the payment, we start the work, and after completion of work, we will send a delivery note for handing over the service or material, whatever it is. Then we will submit the final invoice for the balance payment.
Yeah, perfect. Yes. Okay.
Between the submission of pro forma invoice and the final invoice, there are a lot of expenses which is happening that has to be recorded in the system, which we are doing it manually. So that has to be recorded. All the expenses which is incurring for that particular job has to be recorded.
Okay. Recorded. Okay, perfect. Okay, I can see. So this is probably a typical of a trading business, and the other business you mentioned, like your industrial equipments, mechanical
Okay.
fabrication. You do you maintain your inventory, your in-house inventory?
Right now we don't maintain inventory, but we do have inventory. So, for example, for industrial automations, we have stock of VFDs and other electronic components in a very small scale. Okay,
Okay.
which we will be expanding, and that time we will be requiring the inventory also.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
So there are two kinds. See, when we make the code for some jobs, it could be something which we will be issuing it from the stock,
Okay.
or in most of the cases as of now, it is services which does not have any database, because each service will be different and will have a different description.
Okay. Understand. Yes. All right. I think I got a good picture of
When I checked
what.
in your system,
Yeah. Yes.
when I was checking your trial version, I could not find that facility there to select an item which for which the description will change every time.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Some problem. I have shared my screen. There is that facility is there, but on the invoice we do not provide the inventory related details. We have a dispatch note separately for that.
No, actually, I don't want the inventory details in the invoice. That inventory details should be required at the time of preparing the code.
Oh, okay. So whether you have an inventory in hand or not, for that you are saying, right?
Okay. Yes, like for example, if I have a service job to repair a pump,
Ah,
okay, I'll be having mainly two line items in the code. One is the service, one is the labor cost involved in repairing the item, and one may be the VFD which I have in stock.
right, correct. Yes. Okay. You all can see my screen. I'm just sharing it.
No, as of now, no.
Yeah, just a minute. I think it is slow. Slows down all the stuff. I think there's some problem. I'll just exit and join back again.
No, no, no problem, no problem.
Okay, and now I'll try to share my screen. Yeah, I think there's some problem. You can see my screen now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. Yes.
All right, great. Then I think I got a good understanding of what is the current business or workflow you have and what you are trying to automate in the ERP. Okay. Maybe I'll try to arrange the demo which is relevant to what we discussed. Okay. Going back to the system, we have various modules in the system. So first module is a approval module. I
Okay.
think when you purchase from outside, uh, you might have some kind of approval before purchasing. Somebody will discuss with you and get your approval and then issue a purchase order outside. So those kind of things,
Yes. Yes.
yes. So those kind of things can be put up via approval via system itself. And when you click on my approval, you will see all your pending approvals coming to you. Say, for example, I have this supplier invoice entered into the system for payment, and
Mhm.
I can view it from here. What is the invoice for? And once I approve, it becomes a payable on a certain date and time as per your terms. Like you might have a terms with supplier that will pay you the payment after 30 days, etc. And
Okay.
then, so that is a approval management module. We have a accounting
So
module.
this one second. The approval thing. Can I configure it at my end?
Yes, you will configure at your end and we will see it in the demo. Right now, I'm just giving you the high level picture, what is all
No.
there, and then we will go and see each in big detail.
No
Okay.
problem.
Yeah. So we have a accounting module. Then we have a purchase module where people will be able to, you may not be using purchase requisition so far, but if a business
See, actually no. We can use because I told you for once we get an inquiry, we raise what do you call no, that is quotations which no inquiries which we make for other suppliers. Okay, but in some cases, yes, we can make purchase requisitions also.
yes, and
Currently, we are not using it.
yeah, and I'll show you how you can use it. Maybe you'll get an idea whether it will be useful or not. Because once
No.
somebody, suppose you get an inquiry for that, and you get an order from customer. Okay, he pays you 50%. Probably you have a separate purchase team and sales team,
Mm.
or they're same.
We have a purchase team, no sales team as of now.
Okay, fine. So purchase team. So what happens is, once a customer order is confirmed, you just raise a purchase requisition, and then purchase team can do so many things against it. Send supplier inquiries, get quotation, record them, do the quotation analysis. That is all there, and I'll show you in the demo how that purchase module can be used. Then we have a CRM and sales module, and which is in line with what we discussed: ability to register inquiries, give them different numbering formats, owners, then raise quotations against inquiries, etc. Okay, and we will see that how that per
Oh,
CRM
okay,
and
but
sales.
everything will be linked together. See,
Oh yes,
Ganesh,
yes. It will
Ganesh.
be linked
Actually, for
together.
us, the inquiry is the hello.
Yes, yes,
For us, the inquiry is the first moment to start an activity.
yes. And I think what we call in ERP
Okay.
term inquiry to payment. So and everything in between. Then okay, that can be managed and linked with each other, and we
Yeah.
will see how. Okay, literally we
Okay.
will
Okay.
see the
Okay. So that
process
is
called
that is the
inquiry
most
to
critical
payment.
part which I am looking at.
Yes, and we will do that.
That is
Yeah.
the most critical part which I am looking at.
Yes. And that is the major part of demo for us today. Then yeah, we will see how that happens. Then we have an inventory module. Then probably production, you may use or may not use for service-based job, but we will see a short part of production. Then we have small modules like salary processing, expense management is there. If you do quality control in between, that is there. If you do a small kind of project management where you can create a project, create milestone, create detailed task, and then report on them when you completed which task and which milestones, and you get a report where the project stands, kind of. Okay, so fine. Before we begin into detailed demo, let me go ahead and give you the basics. Say, for example, I can see all the modules in the system, but you can control who sees what. For example, somebody from accounting need not worry about other parts, so you can give that control. So if you go to user, you can add your employees here. And suppose I have Mr. Shrikant here. I want to give him a particular access. I can go to that user and say manage authorization, what he can access or he cannot access. So if I tick him as a accounting, he will start seeing accounting now. If
Okay,
I
okay.
want him to see ability to see accounting but not see profit and loss statement and balance sheet, he will not be able to do that.
Mm.
Similarly, if
Okay,
I
okay.
go down whether he can access purchase or not, okay, sales or not, and when they log in, they see only what they have access to. So this is one user management and access control, which is a common part. Then we have something in inventory. If I go, we have some masters in the, suppose you have 100, you said we have few electronic items, right? So you can
Yeah.
create master for them once,
Okay, okay. Mm.
and we call item master for that. And when you create an item master, uh, electronic item, I guess.
One second, Ganesh. Is there an item number, like a stock number for each item?
Yes, yeah. So when you create an item, say let me open an item one here, which is a sample created. So what are the properties for that? So you can give it a name, okay? And there is
Okay.
auto-generated number for each item here that you can't edit.
That's auto generated. On what basis? Like random
It's a unique
sequence.
number, 1, 2, 3, 4. There'll be a number for it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, but you can, if you have your business item, you can give it a RM1. It's my RM1 or RM65, whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
You
Mm,
can
mm,
give it
mm.
a item code, which is your number, unique number. You can give it a model number. You can give it a barcode, and you can see this barcode here. You can enter an item. You can enter detailed item description here.
Okay, okay, okay.
Detailed item description goes here. So multi-line thing, you can put
Okay,
more
okay.
detailed
Got it, got
item
it.
number. So this is there. If you purchase it, what price typically you purchase? If you sell it, at what price you sell it? These are all optional fields. So only the item, you can see there is only star on the item name. And then,
What is the costing principle of when restocking?
okay, so right now, this is the item and there is a property called purchase price, sales price. But costing is
Uh,
altogether different ball game. If you manufacture something, it will take a costing of raw material, manpower, and overhead cost. That we will see later on. So,
not manufacturing. Like suppose I have a electronic item which is costing $100 today.
hmm,
Okay. So currently, if you check the price, it is 100. It will show us $100.
hmm.
Okay. So after 6 months, I buy it at $500. So the
Okay.
price change, or it is a average pricing.
So that's why you see this is just the default price. Okay, this has the lowest
Uh,
precedence. When a material, suppose this item I purchased 10 times, 10 quantity as 10 rupees, 12 quantities after 1 month at $12, etc. It will
uh,
calculate all by batch ID, and it will maintain what batch you purchased at what price and what is the moving average cost for that. And I'll show you that part. Okay, so we maintain moving average cost of the item
okay,
in the
okay,
in
okay.
the inventory. Okay, we'll see that also. So these are just default properties as such, but you can have even there are advanced. You can define a purchase price by supplier going forward. You
Mhm.
can define a selling price by customers. One customer you sell at this price, the other customers you sell at that price. That is also there. So
And
below,
these fields are editable at my end.
yes,
I mean,
editable.
editable means if I want to add an additional field.
Yes, we call something we have called custom.
Custom
Where
build.
you can
Okay,
create
okay,
your
fine,
own
fine,
thing.
fine, fine. Okay, I
Okay.
didn't see that. Okay.
Okay, fine. So we have this B6. Then we have what is the unit of measure? Whether I measure it in numbers, pieces, kgs, FPS. Okay,
Hmm.
and these are configurable. You will set up
And
actually your.
could you please explain something about the attachments also?
Yes, I will do. I'll explain that. So we do have attachments also, and it is available everywhere. You can attach all kind of popular documents like images,
Like
videos.
data sheets.
Yes, yeah, that also you can attach on this. Suppose
Oh.
I'll take this PDF and attach on this. And this is the common feature across everything. On quotation, you can do it. On purchase order, you can do it. On purchase requisition, you can do it. You'll see these file tabs everywhere. And then once you attach it here, you can open and see
So,
any.
one thing, Ganesh, actually, it is not, it wasn't in my this thing, but since you are explaining it, let me ask you. Like, if I am selecting this particular item which has an attachment in a quotation, will the attachment come along with the item?
Not in the quotation. Not in the quotation.
So if I want to have that attachment in the quotation, what is the workaround?
Yes, that can be done. We will see that. So quotation is like this is a separate first class entity in the system. Item. You have a description of that item. You can have attachment, product images, and all. And this is probably we will come. Actually, yes, there are so many things. Only thing, it will take time, or maybe as we progress in demo, you will get the idea how that will work. Okay. But let's focus on the items. So you have a couple of fields. You have an item unit of measures that you can customize. How do you want to maintain the item? You want to maintain it by serial number or batch ID, automatic batch ID or manual batch ID. Okay. Of course, movement method is FIFO everywhere.
Yeah.
That is default. What is the category it belongs to? Whether it's a raw material, it's electronic item, what you can put an item in one or multiple categories, and again these categories you will configure as per you. Okay,
Okay.
and then you can put the material specifications, etc. So having said that, like I said, these are the unit of measure, these are the categories I have, but I have a settings icon here. Here I can go ahead and put all unit of measures that are relevant to edit the other and rename existing one or create new ones. Okay. Similarly, the categories you saw there, you will have the categories in item master as per your requirement. So you literally create your categories here.
Okay.
Edit all of that. So you have your own. What is the advantage of that? So number one, you can use these categories for reporting, filtering, searching later on. So for example, I can anytime search all items starting with word in
Understood, Ganesh.
yeah, and
My 20 years experiences in this field.
yeah, great. Then yes, yeah, you know that you can filter by searching. Now, what is this is one master. Okay, it's a very small aspect of ERP we just discussing right now. So item master. But we have a warehouse master also. So you may have only one warehouse right now, but in single place you might have electronic items warehouse, up down, some other item go down. And then you can create as many as warehouse as you want. You can give them name. You can give address where that warehouse is. It could be same place. So you create number of warehouses. Many cases I have seen we have customers where there is only one warehouse, but they categorize, say we have packing material here, other material here. So they create a separate system grouping, and you can see once you create a warehouse, at any point of time you can go to the current stock and select a warehouse. Suppose I select a warehouse.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, see, we have, for our electronic equipments, we have our associate in Gujarat. Okay. So can I integrate my system to their system to know the stock?
Yes, you can. Yes. Yeah.
So what is the compatibility of your system with other systems?
Yeah. So number one, they first of all you can give them access of this system, and they can manage their warehouse here if you give that access.
Okay.
They can upload the stock, maintain it here. Okay, so that is possible. Don't imagine how and all, but that is possible. Okay. Now, back to the basics. You do it once you have multiple warehouses, you select a warehouse, it will show you what are the item in that warehouse. Item master is different. And now you have a current. Item master is just an informational thing. Okay. So that's just the database of master that you deal in. But warehouse level, how much current stock I have in particular warehouse. And now let's look at the current stock. So I can see this item I have 50 quantities right now. This item I have 78 quantities. What is the unit of measure? What is the moving average cost of that item? So if I open an item, I have 50 quantities, and if I open and see the details, I can see, okay, there is only one batch ID. Let me find out item which has multiple batch IDs. Still have it in the Pune. Yeah, so how many items? Let me open item 1. So now this item has 15,000 quantities. This is my moving average cost. If I open and see in detail, so this is the total quantity in hand I have, but I purchased it at different times at different costs. And you can see I purchased it on 1st January, which has this batch ID. And this
got it. That was my question. Okay. Good.
This is how then you can have purchase history of those items, and total is this, and that's how moving average cost. Okay. So this is the current stock. You can see at any given point of time. Now, similarly, we have a customer master. If you go, so I'm just trying to explain masters. We are not starting demo yet. So I have customers. You can list your customers here. You can add the basic details of customers. Who is the owner of that customer? I mean, in your site, who handles that customer?
And there are custom fields here.
Yes, there are custom fields here.
Okay, fine.
So similarly, we have the supplier, and now with that, let's begin a demo. And I'll just note down as per I have written down, but I call it as an inquiry to payments process. Okay, in the ERP. So everything in between them, and let's see how it will work. Suppose you get an
inquiry to payment process means what?
You get an inquiry.
Not the process. Starting from inquiry to payment. Okay, good.
Payment, you receive your payment, and you all that. Okay, and everything in between. I said, and that's a very vague statement. Everything in between. But let's see in the ERP what is meaning. So as soon as you get inquiries and you run Excel sheet, if you use the system, what will happen? You go to CRM where I have list of inquiries. So if I click on all, and this access you can view who can access all inquiries and who can access only their own inquiries. So I click on my all inquiries. I see all list of inquiries in the system here. And okay, there is a number format for each inquiry which you can customize.
Okay, good. Okay.
You can customize exactly how you have mentioned here. You have the everything you have.
Fine.
And you can put it okay. Right now, this is the default format. We chose EN as a prefix, current year, and 1, 2, 3. So you can see your inquiries here. You get a new inquiry. Let's create a new inquiry now. You create. There's a plus button on the inquiry, and everywhere this is a common feature. You go to list of quotations, list of invoices, and you'll have ability to create new one. So I'm creating an inquiry. Now I say plus button. Now automatically whoever creates the inquiry, I have logged in with this technical user, so that becomes a owner of that inquiry. But if it is somebody else, I'm just punching in data for him. I can say, okay, no, this inquiry is belongs to Ms. Sonali, and what is the company name the inquiry is coming from? Okay. So I'm saying I get this inquiry. Okay. And I have so many other things like what is this contact number, email address, but that is all optional. For inquiry, you just need a company name, contact number, and you can enter the other details of that inquiry. Literally, you can have inquiry description. If there are items, you have created an item master, remember. So I can create an inquiry for, I have item 2, they need 10 quantities. I can go on and add how many.
What about a general item for service?
Yeah, you can service items there. Okay, you can create a category called services, and you can have the same way. You can add item, inventory item. You can add a non-inventory item, which is your
Okay,
service.
could you please show one example of creating a service item?
Yeah, okay, I might have. Okay, fine. Let me save this inquiry. Now you can go ahead and type communication details, address detail, company information, but that is all optional only if you want to increase. Enter. So I'm creating an inquiry for this Apple inclusive and saving it. The moment I save an
See,
inquiry, I have
when I was doing Ganesh, when I was doing this on your trial version, it was not permitting me to save.
oh, okay, maybe some setup.
I tried differently.
Yeah. I think there might be some access or setup thing. Okay, so I saved this inquiry. It got a number called as 12 number. Okay, and this is in my list. So I completed at least first part. I have an inquiry punched in, and let's go and complete your services part. So I go to the stock item master. First of all, do I have a category called services here? So I do have a services here. Okay, category. If I go here, I already have a service created in item master. Let me see what are the services are here. Services. And I have this professional or consulting service already. Okay. You can give whatever name, maybe machine repairing.
See, Ganesh, that is one of my concern. See, for in our cases, the service will be different each time. So why should we go and change or add new services each time we need to make a code?
Yeah,
is it possible to provide a just text field that I can write in the code?
You can,
because I don't want to have these services in the master
yeah. Okay, so that is what I have. Say, as a professional or consulting service, I do 100 things, but I am giving some generic name here. Okay, say just a service. Okay, so you need not
actually no, our requirement will not be a generic one because it will have different dimensions, different processes, so it will be a big one. So it will be good if we are able to do that in the code level itself instead of creating it in the item master.
That's what I am saying. It is there, already there, and I will show how that can be done. Okay, so you get an inquiry. Let me add a generic service for you. So go to CRM, open existing inquiry, and I'll show you how to add that service and details there. So what you will do is, here, of course, these are the stock items, but I said service job here. I'm not specific. Here I
service job, okay.
Whatever I want. Okay, so
okay, so this details will come in the print format also when I print the code.
Yes, and let me put.
Will this come in the print output?
Yes, and I'm just yes. Okay, I created this and I saved this inquiry. Now,
okay, fine.
This inquiry is there. Okay, I created an inquiry. What happens with that inquiry? You do a follow up. You give them a call. You can record those here. Okay, see how you can record. Suppose call tomorrow.
Ganesh, could you please show the print output of the particular code?
Yes, yeah, I'll show you. Number one, this is inquiry so far. This is an inquiry. Now I'm sending a code to them. Okay, suppose I work with them, I get a code. So this is for follow-up. You can have attachment if something. You can see previous conversation. You can, if required, send an email. I'm ignoring all that. What I want to do is now we have two steps here. We call inquiry and leads. Okay, so this is optional whether you want to use inquiry or not. But what we do is, sometimes you get thousands of inquiry, but only out of 1,000, only 600 are eligible to follow up on that. Okay. So what we do is we have a concept called leads, which are validated inquiries we call. Okay. So whenever we see that, okay, this inquiry is little valid and we need to work with that, we convert it into the lead. And there's a single click conversion. You get all the details. You can put a little more details.
You convert it to lead.
Lead, yes. Okay, and what is the advantage of doing this? So this is your database of all the inquiries coming to you. You have information.
One second, Ganesh.
Yeah.
I'm working from home.
Yes.
Tell me.
Okay, yeah. So
Hello.
now
Hello.
hello, yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You can hear me?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I'll continue. So yeah, once it is converted into leads, in the leads we have given, this is like a raw database. We have the leads here. We have okay, in the lead, you get inquiry converted into lead. You have additional details. You can get stages for inquiry. Do you have some logic? How do you categorize your inquiries today? That which one are initial stage, closure stage, potential, not potential?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Yes. So what you can do is, this drop down we call as lead stage. In this lead stage, you can configure your settings. You can put a lead in particular stage and save this. What is benefit of that? You know how many leads are in what stages. Okay, so this is yeah, this is a negotiating stage. Not only that, later on you can filter out them. Say I want to see only leads we are negotiating.
Understood.
Yeah. Also, you get some dashboards like how many leads are there in this stage, that stage, etc. Now, what is important? Now, this lead, we also have additional details. We call the PAND.
What is BA?
BANT means B stands for budget, A stands for authority, N stands for need, and T stands for timeline. So how much budget they have, who is the authority, whether they are looking for exploration or there is a real requirement or they are trying to learn something, and what is the timeline? Next 2 years or just in next 1 month. So this information makes the inquiry productive. Otherwise, without this information, suppose there is a requirement, but it is a requirement next year, not today. Or there is a requirement they do not have budget, they have only 500 budget, and they have a requirement of something which is of 50,000. So I think all these informations are very crucial in order to have a good information around that lead or inquiry. Okay, so you can put those details. This is your information. You can save this, and now that gives you more detail about your lead. What you can do with the lead? Again, you can do a follow-up, or you can generate a quotation for that. Okay. So now let's say I'm just cutting this short and creating a quotation that supplier, what is the supplier price and all. I'll show you that little later on. What you can do is you can convert this lead, create a quotation for this lead. So I'm creating a quotation. Again, single click. That lead got converted into quotation. It comes to add quotation, basic details. Everything will get copied here, including your description. Okay. I have added, and I'll just save as draft and show you the print.
Okay.
So now I have a quotation created, which I can print and see how it looks. So this is how my quotation looks like with all the service details that you add.
Okay.
And yeah, so you can add additional details also on top of that. Like for example, we did not add an address detail for this. Otherwise, you could have received the billing details also. You type in here, and you can have a billing details added on the quotation. And these formats are customizable how you want to print. Some people want to see in different format, some fields, additional fields, some less fields. So this is how a quotation gets generated. And that this is a PDF document. You literally can download and save as a PDF, attach to email and save.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Ganesh, your voice is not audible. Yeah, just hold on, Mr. Jacob. I think some issue.
No problem.
Okay, he got disconnected actually. Ganesh, are you there? Yeah, he's left. He has to reconnect again.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, Ganesh, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think there's some problem again. Is thrown out of the meeting. I'm sharing the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm. You can see my screen now.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay. So I went back to sales now. I have a first tab called quotations, and this is what where my quotation is that I created for this company. I just created it couple of. So I was saying we can print it out. It's a PDF document. It's a customizable. We can save as a PDF document and send it, share with the customer the way you want, or if required, you have ability to send it to customer via system itself. Okay.
Okay.
Now, assuming that the quotation went through and now they give you order. Okay, so you want to create a pro forma invoice for this. So
Yes.
what happens in reality? I explained earlier. You get 100. Suppose in a year you get 1,000 inquiries. 600 of them are good. So you send them quotation and all, but they do not become your customer ever. Out of 600, only probably 300 become your customer. So what we do is, in the CRM, we have you created a lead, we shared a quotation, fine, but we do not mark them as a customer until and unless we don't get order for them. Till then, that company is maintained as an account in CRM. So this is the company. What I'll do is now I'll convert, we get order from them, I'll convert this account in CRM as a customer in my books. And what happens with this? it will automatically create a ledger in accounting, a customer in sales, and you will get it in your reports, various reports. Okay, you don't want to convert every lead into customer at the first point itself. So now I'm converting it into this Apple XYZ. So I'm giving a proper legal name to that customer. Maybe I update a proper numbers now, proper email address, add more details as a customer. Say New York. Okay, and I'll save this. So I converted that lead into customer. So what will happen in order to send pro forma invoice? I need that person to be part of my customer master. Now it comes into a customer master automatically. So if we come here in customer master, we have this company coming in here. Okay. You can add a customer explicitly. If directly you want to add, you can always add a customer from here. But now so far we did not duplicate any entries. Everything is linked to one another. So what I'll do is I'll go here and in the quotation also we have quotation for whom we are doing quotation. When we create a quotation, we create a quotation for CRM account or customer. So
what is it? What is it? CRM account or customer?
Customer is a registered customer. Okay. CRM account is just an inquiry against which we are doing a quotation.
Okay.
Okay. So you only we discussed it only create a customer if we are doing business.
At this level, what difference does it make? Quotation for customer or CRM in the back end?
Yeah, back end. It just maintains a flag and it will here you can see you get a field when you create a new quotation. When you say a CRM account, it will say select account. So autocomplete will show you from the CRM.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, but the next difference is important. You will not be able to create an invoice or pro forma unless he's a customer. Okay. So now I have converted him into customer. I am creating a pro forma invoice for him. Again, I did not duplicate anything. All I have to do is just I have a shortcut called create pro forma invoice. The moment I create a pro forma invoice, so again the pro forma invoice will be created for this customer, this services. All you have to do is while creating a quotation, you probably give him like go back, add the pricing on quotation. I just printed it with 0 cost. Let me put a cost on the quotation. So in inquiry, you just had an item and quantities there. So here you put and then you share with customer. Once you will do an iteration of quotations, probably he'll come back, change the features, modification or negotiation, the price will change. Now after that price, you will create a pro forma invoice and it will copy all the average prices and all other details here. So this is the cost. Let me save this. So I saved a pro forma invoice in this case. I can take a printout of pro forma invoice also. So this is how pro forma invoice will look like. Customer name, his billing, shipping details, quotation. This is again a pro forma invoice format, date, items, and this is how it will look. Okay. So again, you will share the pro forma invoice with him. He will pay you. Now, one more thing. Accounting is automatically maintained for you in this case. Okay. How it is maintained? In the accounts, if I go, it will automatically create a ledger for you for this customer. And the ledger is created, and that's why probably one more reason why we don't create everybody customer, because it will create. Right now, there's a zero balance here. Okay. So suppose you sent a pro and that guy gives you a payment. So let me again finalize. We have stages of pro forma. This pro forma is in draft mode. Once everything is finalized,
Hello.
Ganesh, again, your voice is not there.
Hello.
Ganesh, your voice is not there.
Hello.
Yeah, Ganesh, we
Hello.
can hear.
Yes, Ganesh.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the Google Meet or my laptop right now. It's just throwing me out, and I have to log in again. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I think you're not sharing the screen now.
Yeah, I'll have to share again. You can see my screen.
Yeah, now yes.
Yeah, by the way, I have logged in again. And if you have multiple businesses, if you have single business, you directly go to the screen that we were seeing. If you have multiple businesses, it will let you choose between which business you want to log in with. So this way you can maintain multiple businesses separately, so that you can even have their own balance sheets and all. That is totally optional.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm in right now. I went to the pro forma invoice. I was saying we have statuses to the document. So pro forma invoice in draft mode. I can finalize this now. I'll go ahead. And of course, I have a base currency as INR. You can choose your base currency as USD or whatever, and it will let you generate invoices and quotations in that. So
And
now
one second, Ganesh. If I am using quotation, I mean using currency, multiple currencies in quotation in the accounting, will that be everything will be converted to the base currency, or will it remain in the same currency as it is in the quotation?
No, in the accounting it gets converted to base currency, but in quotation it will remain in whatever currency you create.
Okay. And from where the exchange rates will come?
Yeah, we have automatic. It gets updated automatically. I'll show you in the invoice. Okay.
Okay.
But you can override as per your requirement. It gets
Okay.
auto fetched, but you can change that. So I
Okay.
finalize this pro forma invoice. Okay. So against this pro forma invoice, now suppose you receive a payment. This is pro forma invoice PR ending with 6. So whenever you receive a payment, you record a payment here. So I go to the accounting. Now suppose you get a 50% payment against that pro forma invoice. So I go to the accounting, I go to the receipts, and I'm going to go and say payment received. The moment I click on payment received, it will show me all existing records of payment receipt. Now I'm going to create a new receipt that I got from this customer. The moment I go here and I select from which account I got it. So you'll have your bank accounts created. You select one. Cash, if you receive it in cash, you can note it in that you received in cash ledger. Okay. So I'm creating, selecting the bank. I have a current account in bank. I say that. Now I'm saying I received the advance. So I'm received the advance from which customer. Now this is a customer name. Now I can select previous dues against which customer is paying. I don't have any dues with him, but I am selecting now against pro forma invoice. So I have one invoice. This is the invoice we created. Okay. So I'm saying, okay, I'm receiving this against this invoice. And this is the total pro forma invoice amount. And
Make it half, 50% of the
50%.
amount.
Yes, I'll make 50% of this. So 900 I'm putting here. Okay.
Yeah.
900 amount against this. 50% payment against invoice, so and so. Now I'll mark this as a payment receipt. So 900 rupees received. So it will save as this as a receipt. Now if I go to the customer's account in the accounting, I'll select that customer. and it will show me the balance on his customer as minus 900 because now you have advanced received without
Okay.
invoice. Okay, this is
Okay.
how you have to know. Now let me complete a part. What will happen? Suppose you after some days you send him the proper invoice. You deliver a service. We'll come to service part little later on. We'll concentrate on this process. Payment to this. Uh, Suppose this is a service. Okay, so there is nothing, there is no stock or any movement, so you need not put anything here. Now,
But service also has a cost.
sorry.
Service also has a cost.
Yeah, okay. So what you will do is you will keep reporting the expenses against that. Suppose any expenses incur, so you can create a new expense. Let's say, let me do this. Okay,
Okay.
expense for and this.
Okay.
So in fact, we haven't done that. We do you see here sales order number? So we create a sales order in the system against which we want to capture anything. So whenever you receive a customer order, you should create a sales order, internal order against which you can track everything.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So normally big companies do that way. So the
Okay.
moment
Okay. Fine. Fine.
they create internal order, work order or sales order.
Sales
Which haven't
order.
done that, but I'm just instead of inquiry, I'm saying against this there is the expense. Okay.
So, okay, when you do this way, how it will be connected to the inquiry?
Yeah. Okay. So with this now it will not connect. Okay. But with sales order it will connect. So it will get against sales order. What is the expense? You can we have a report.
So actually, we are proceeding by not creating a sales order and putting the invoice number in the description. The problem is once we finalize, once we receive the final amount, we will not be knowing what is the profit we have made.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. So we need to have some link between expenses and incomes. Okay, and that link is called as sales order.
Oh, okay, okay. So I think it will be better if we create the sales order and proceed further.
Then report because even you can create invoices against that, expenses against that, and then you can run a report which will show you profit versus loss against that. Okay, and okay, now incidentally we have one more case here that you have a you can define approvals on top of various documents. So I have an approval here. The moment I say submit this expense, it is going for approval. Please approve, whatever I can write a note, and then it goes for approval. And now the status of this expense is approval pending. So whoever it is assigned to, and this is configurable. Let me go back and show you that part now. Into the settings, and you need not remember just remember this picture. How you put up a setup, approval setup. So I'll show you one I have set up for purchase order. Our purchase order here. This is how you can create different types of order, different business, different invoices, and you have their own number formatting. Auto number is the increasing, and this you can write your name or whatever you will, like this.
Okay.
001, something like this. Literally, and this will change the number getting generated automatically. Okay. So this is how you will do it. And now come to the approval level. So in approval level, I'll just cancel that. In approval level, how do you set up? I'll just remove and show you how I set up. So by default, there is no approval in any document. You can come to that document and say, I want to set up an approval. Level 1 approval. We have roles in the system. You can create your own roles. Our purchase manager role. I'm saying the level 1 will be approved by purchase manager. Level 2 you can set up, and I'll say level 2 will be set up by CMD. This is a purchase order I'm just showing you. And I'm saying CMD need not approve this everywhere. He will approve if it is more than 100,000 rupees. Conditional option. You can go ahead and set up as many as you want. And for all kind of documents, supplier invoices, purchase orders, sales orders, quotations, everything you can have approval defined. Okay.
So this is how you have a configurable approval. Now, fine, that invoice expense I'll skip right now. Now, what you'll do is at the end of this, you'll convert. Okay, fine, the work is done. Now I have to send him a final invoice. You can convert this pro forma invoice into the invoice. So the moment you open that pro forma invoice, you will see two options here: create invoice and create purchase order. And this is important. This is used for trading purpose. And you can see on all the documents, we have other reference documents like sales order number against which we are creating this. So I create invoice for time being. So I converted this pro forma into the invoice, and you can have different type of invoice depending on different number formats and different approval levels if required. So I come down and it is keeping track of which quotation against this is becoming, against which pro forma invoice it is becoming invoice. So I'm going down, and this is my invoice 18 something. I'll just save as draft. There's no approval defined on this. That's why I don't get a submit button for here. Instead, I get a approve button. If there is an approval defined, I don't see an approve button. I approved this invoice. Now, if you go back, and then you also can select when is the payment due date and all. So I kept it today's date only. In accounting, now if you go to the ledger of that supplier, I just created an invoice. Of course, again you can take a printout and share all that is there. Now I share, select the ledger. Now it shows there is a balance of this. I have only received 50 payment. Okay. Now.
One second. What is it? Closing balance. Okay.
Because there is an invoice of 1800 rupees, he only paid me
900. Okay.
That's why there is a positive balance on him. Right. Okay. So whenever he, okay, this is a receivable. You can come here and you see receivable amounts here. So if I enter against this, I received into current account. So if I put, he paid me 905.
Okay, so if I put more than 900, will it accept or will it stop me?
It will accept. It will accept. Okay. So that because sometimes customers pay you for multiple invoices in advance, so there is no, and I'll mark this as pay. Okay, so now if you go to his ledger.
No. You're not paying.
Okay, so now it shows because some extra. I should have round up. There's an option for round up also. This will have showed you. Then account.
Okay.
So this is how you can track your inquiries to quotations to pro forma to accounting. This is what one use case I wanted to show you. Plain and simple use case of what we were saying, account to pay. Any questions on this?
Actually, no. See, I wanted to see the expense part also reflecting somewhere. Because that is very critical for us.
Yes, right. So, what you do normally is for that you create sales order. I said into the moment customer gives you confirmation, you create your internal sales order.
Okay.
Okay, against which you can track. We also have a couple of ways to track that. Okay, so we have also if you're doing a big project, project based, then we also have something called as a cost center. Yeah, okay. You can have a cost center and project, and later on, literally, you can go and see your cost center wise expenses. For example, like, okay, so I want to see expense. Now I haven't selected this cost center here, but you saw incomes and expenses against this, and you can filter it by cost center, by project. and you can see your cost expenses. And again, these reports, all the report, there are various reports in various modules. These reports are customizable. So if you want to don't want to create a sales order, but okay, you want to track by something else, inquiry ID, for example, we can do that. You only create an inquiry, you want to understand by your profitability by that inquiry, that can be done. The reason is, when you create your purchases, you will create your purchases. For example, let me create a purchase. Okay, or maybe I'll complete that part and then I'll come back to you. Suppose you have a trading, right? So what you can do is, you create an inquiry. You literally can create a purchase inquiry against a particular inquiry from customer. So come in here, new purchase inquiry, and you can see here lead reference number. So what was our lead number? Let me go back and copy that. So this was a lead number, the part, trading part, where you need to go to your supplier and get the details. Called as purchase against a particular lead reference. The moment I type in that lead reference, it will complete me what are the parts in that inquiry. Okay. Now I'll create this and save against that particular lead. So I have a reference now. What you can do, again, I'll get this approved. You can have an approval set up, somebody else approving this purchase requisition. The moment purchase requisition is approved, what you can do, you can send the inquiries to your suppliers. Please, like you can select supplier name from this, write down the message for him, and suppose you only want to service, you do, but you need parts, you can send the inquiries to supplier. Now supplier will come back and give his quotation. You can enter the quotation, and then we have a QCS, quotation comparison sheet.
Okay.
System will tell you, here you will get the additional columns for each supplier, and against each item you will see the supplier prices as per their quotation. Okay. So you will see side by side which supplier is offering what in this case, and then in the end you will offer him purchase order. Do you send him purchase order?
Yeah, we send purchase orders. Yes.
Exactly. So you can now let's come to the purchase order. So purchase requisition, and I can convert this requisition into purchase order once that vendor finalization is done. So everything get copied from there to here, and you can choose a supplier. So I'm selecting a supplier. I have supplier 2. I'm selecting here. When do I want material? It's a bill to date. Everything get copied here. I don't have entered supplier quotation here, but if I enter, those prices will also come.
Okay. When you do the comparison for the quotations received, how the currencies are considered?
Oh, okay. So it has to be in same currency.
So we convert it, or the system will convert automatically?
So the comparison is only in single currency, which is base currency. So while entering the supplier quotation, you have to enter, convert, and enter into the base currency. So one currency. Okay, because the system will show you the numbers only, what price is offered. Okay. So I converted this purchase order. Now I can print and see how purchase order look like. It's in draft mode, of course. So this is how the purchase order would look like. And again, it's a PDF document. You can print and send, or attach as a PDF and send, or if required, you can email directly via system from here. Okay. Again, you have an approval basis. You can keep saving in draft mode, and I'll show you this. So I submitted for approval. Please review and approve. So I hit so I am just punching in a purchase order. Now it's in pending approval mode. What will, whoever is responsible for approval, he get the email alert, he get alerts in the system here that there is a purchase order for your approval. Okay, so this is 60 ending with 64 number
So that will work with any email application.
Yes, any email, it will send the email on that. Okay. And then that person can come to the system and click on my approval. He will see that approval there, and he can then view and approve. And what options here, like here, that earlier expense was pending for approval. This is pending for approval. What I can do is I can view it as a PDF document like this. I can open it and send it back if I want to update terms, condition, prices, etc., or approve it if required. So I'm just doing a good use case. Approve. Now this gets approved by first person, that is I'm an admin, so I'm able to see everybody's approval and approve it. Okay. So this got approved. And it is sent. Suppose this purchase order is sent, so he sends you material. Now of course, if it is service and the material is going to be used, there is no problem. But suppose you are sending a purchase order for your internal usage or stocking purpose, you can create a receipt against it, material receipt. And I'm creating so I'm creating a receipt. So I'll open a receipt, create a receipt here, and all I have to do is select against which purchase order the receipt is getting created. It will auto complete the receipt document for you. This is a service, so I'll remove this. And which warehouse I'm taking in. So I'm taking it into, say, this Kathmandu warehouse. I'll just save as a draft and mark as finalized. So earlier there was some I don't know whatever the quantities, but I have a 10 and 1 quantity here. And this is what in the stock item I told you that you can use a manual batch ID or a automatic batch ID. For this item, it will create automatic batch ID using date time format. For others, you'll be able to enter, say, okay, this is the batch ID 567. Against which I'm getting this. And I will mark it as finalized. So the moment
one question. Actually, if suppose all these activities which we are doing is related to one code we made earlier. When I select the code, will it show all the activities happened? Like we raised a purchase order, we bought this material, and we made invoices, we received so much of payment. Will it show?
Okay. So what we have it linked. So you can give us a format how you want to see it. Okay. So right now it is there in system. If you want a customized report here, we can give you the report. There already is activity. For example, I can see so many activities: stock requisition to material issue report, PR to purchase requisition to receipt report. So let's go and see that. So if I open a report, I want to see today's report between date. So it creates a report and shows me. Again, you can give us a format and we can run you a report. So this is the report. Today's report. Yeah, so I have a PR2 purchase requisition. So this is the report, and you will see what.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Carissa?
Hello.
Yeah, I think again some issues.
Hello.
Yes. Tell me, Ganesh.
Hello.
Yes, Ganesh.
Yeah, I think there's some problem with laptop right now, or network, not sure, internet issue. I'm being thrown outside. Could you see that Excel sheet report I downloaded or not?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I think again if I share it crashes. Fine. What I was saying is that we can get the report in whatever format you want.
No,
Suppose,
that's okay. That's okay, Ganesh.
yeah, yeah. So I think that's the high level picture. We might have to customize few things, but I believe you can start using the basics.
Yes. Um, Hello.
Yes.
Ganesh, actually, Prajakta had given a small briefing about the pricing. So I have an idea about the pricing. Okay, so I'm not going into the detail of that now. What I want is I want to have a hands-on experience on your trial version.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a mandatory requirement. How can I get that?
I think now you saw a few things. You will be able to play a little better on that.
Yeah, I will be, but only thing the access. Yesterday I tried your trial version, it was not permitting me. So I want to have a trial version of, I want to do hands-on working on that trial version.
What was the problem?
It was not letting me to add any item in the code stage, and it is the save button was not enabled. I tried this, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I think again it was a training because see, ERP software is a bit complex. It's not as straightforward as WhatsApp app or email app.
Yeah.
So what happens, because you can see while typing an item, you need to know a little bit about item. Then only it will search and show you. So maybe that was the reason. The item names, you need to know which item names are there in item master.
No, actually, I will. After the seeing your demo, I will try to do that in the right way, and let me see.
Yeah. And some here.
Okay, and from what I understand from the demo, Ganesh, so most of my requirement can be met without any customization.
Exactly, yes. So most of requirement are there, what you said, except some reports that you would like to see in your own fashion. That probably we will add. Rest everything is there.
Everything is there. The major thing which I want to confirm is that whether the entire process which is originating from a code will be visible till the payment. So I want to have a record from code to payment. So that I can whether I can track. That is what I am going to look at.
That's correct. Yes.
So and who will be the what you call contact person if I have some technical clarification?
You can talk to Prajakta. Probably basic things she will be. If not, she will put me on the call. Okay.
No problem.
Yeah, she will send you the contact details on email for the technical as well as other things. In case if there is any issues or something like that, first hand either me or Prajakta will be there, or maybe Ganesh sir can join us.
Okay. Actually, no. See, on everything except the finance part, I am I have understood and it is fine. So with the finance part, once this is cleared, once I do the hands-on on the other part, I will discuss with my auditor also to check the finance side, and then I will come back to you if he requires something which is required for the companies here.
Right, and you can note down, you can make a note of the points or the queries or questions, so that we can have another round of discussion with Ganesh sir again, and maybe your auditor as well. So that time we can clarify other doubts and something like that.
Okay, and what I understand from the demo, the trial version which I was trying to access yesterday was not all having all the functionalities which you have shown today.
I think it's the same one, because Ganesh sir logged into the trial version only. Prajakta, they have registered for business, or we had signed him in our demo company, or
It's
how
the
is it?
same. It is same. Only thing, it's a learning issue normally. So it is the same version, sir.
Okay, I will check that, and if there is any clarification required, I will get in touch with Prajakta.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suresh, Suraj, and Prajakta.
Yeah.
I will get back to you.
Thanks.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.